it would be kind of fun to share something that's a little different about myself. I just thought that if I shared a story about something that a lot of people see as a bad thing and I turned it around as a good thing, that it could help you to do the same with your insecurities as well. So here we go. This is your warning if you have any trigger warnings. There is going to be stitches stories involved. I'm going to tell how I got these scars in the way that I remember them. So if you have a weak stomach, this is your warning. I have a lot of scars on my face, mostly around my lip and chin area. First scar is right here. You can kind of see it. It kind of looks like a bump on my lip. When I was about 3 years old, I was at my dad's aunt's place. So I guess she's my great aunt or something. And she has tall bar stools. And I was sitting and spinning on the bar stools. I'm spinning on this chair and both my parents say, okay, it's time to go. And I'm like, oh, let me show you this super amazing trick. And so I stood up, not thinking that it was a spinning chair. And I go to jump off and the chair spins and it catches my ankle and I smack right into the wall. My mom said that I hit the wall face forward and I kind of slid down the wall. When I hit the wall, I blacked out. I don't remember anything, but I do remember waking up and sitting in the front seat in my mom's lap, and I was not in any pain. I just remember thinking like, oh yeah, I'm in the front seat, I'm a big kid. Well, we go to the hospital and the doctor says she needs stitches on her mouth, and it was stitches coming outside. I had basically burst open my lip, almost like a balloon popping. That's kind of what happened. I remember them putting this jacket on me to hold my arms down, and I remember the doctor going in and giving me the injection, and I remember getting staples, but I got stitches. I don't know why I remember getting staples, but afterwards I got an orange creamsicle and everything was a-okay. The second scar on my lip looks like it's connected to my bottom scar, but it's a completely different story altogether. It kind of goes in line with this tooth right here. I don't remember how old I was. I want to say I was around 7 years old. I have twin cousins who used to babysit me and my sisters and my brother all the time. We went on a bike ride around our block, just around our neighborhood, and I had a really, really old bike that the brakes just kind of rusted up and they didn't quite work the way they should have. Our sidewalks are really old, so there are some sidewalk pieces, so the sidewalk's supposed to be like this. There were some that were like this, and some that were like this. It was kind of a mess. So I came up on one that was like this, and I just thought, oh yeah, no worries, my tire will just bounce right off it. And I came up to this point, and my brakes decided to, for some reason, stop me right then and there, and I flipped over the handlebars and landed face first right into the concrete. The neighbors were actually outside, so they saw me fall. Embarrassing. So they ran inside and they got a wet washcloth and they came out and they gave it to me because my lip was burst open. It was bleeding and my tooth, actually, this tooth was chipped. I didn't need stitches, but I did need to get that tooth fixed, so my mom took me to the dentist and he fixed it and it was done. A couple years later, my mom came to pick me up from dance practice and we had been dancing with these giant flags. I was leaning against the pole of my flag like this in the car, and my mom hit a bump and I went onto my tooth, and the same tooth chipped again. So of course we go back to the dentist, and the dentist said that my tooth had died. Rest in peace, tooth. We told him about when I was younger and how a couple years prior I had fallen off my bike and hurt my tooth, and he said that that probably killed a couple of the nerves and made my tooth just really soft, and when I bonked my head against my flag, then it just completely killed it altogether. He was kind enough to do a root canal on it. He cleared out the tooth from the inside entirely, and he filled it with a bleaching solution so that my tooth will never go green or yellow or anything. The last scar on my face is actually on my chin. You can really see it when I go like that. I believe I was still about 8 years old, and we have this skate park near my house. It's just down the road. It's so close. My family used to ride bikes all together. My sister and I go ahead and we go to the skate park. There were ramps and stuff that would go up and down. There was one ramp it's kind of like in the entrance that was literally like a hill. It would go straight up and then straight down. And if you got enough speed, you could go on it. So I was gonna show my mom that I could do it. So of course I'm wearing a helmet and I get up onto it and I stop at the top. I couldn't get it to move. It was stuck and my little 8-year-old legs just could not push it anymore. And I fell to the side, I fell off of it, and I fell on my face. The helmet stopped me from hitting my head, but the chin strap part came undone and the fork part went into my chin. It didn't stay in there, it just kind of punctured it, and of course I needed stitches for that, and it is very scary to hold your chin like this and see a doctor working on you, but you can't see what is going on. I remember I had just gotten my ears pierced because my parents had a rule that I was not allowed to get my ears pierced until I was 8 years old. So I had just gotten my ears pierced and they took an x-ray to see if I had broken my chin or anything. And my mom was like, look, you can see your earrings. And I was like, that's so cool. The last time I got stitches was when I was 13, I believe. It is on my arm, and this was a pretty deep scar. I had to get 2 layers of stitches because it kind of tore into the muscle a tiny bit. I was cleaning out my room and I had a closet that had a shelf on the top, and then there was a big box filled with a lot of my old stuff. I was grabbing a picture frame and I went to put it on top of the box in the shelf, but I couldn't reach it quite yet, so I jumped and pushed it and it came and fell back on me, and I blocked my face like this and it shattered on my arm and on my hand, but it shattered and it cut me open. I looked at it and it didn't start bleeding for a few seconds, so I knew it was bad, and I think it was like 14 stitches, and that wasn't much of a big deal. It was just kind of an accident and it wasn't really traumatizing. My whole body is pretty much covered in little scars and scratches and bruises, some that I have no idea where they're from. Some are from dance, some are from me being just a crazy child. So let me know if you have any really cool scar stories. I love scars, I think they're so fun, and this scar is actually my favorite. If you've ever played the game Assassin's Creed, everyone that is from the direct bloodline of Altair has the scar on their lip. So don't worry, I'm an official blood-born assassin. Watch out, Ezio, I'm coming for you. Anyways guys, my camera is dying, it is flashing, and it is telling me that it is about dead. And you probably can't see me right now because of the light. It's fine, you can see my eyes. Embrace your scars, embrace your beauty, and just love yourself. I love you so much. Oh, bye, son. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.